What's going on, YouTube? Back at it with another video, man. Before we get into this video, man, I need y'all to bow y'all heads, man. And I just want to come here today and just ask the Lord to continue to bless us, to continue to bless us, continue to keep us protected, and just bring him closer to you. If any of us is blind in any type of way of the love that you bring to us or the guidance that you're showing us, that you open our eyes to where we be able to see it, and not only just see it, but like apply it to our life. If any of us is going through any type of heartbreak or any type of trauma from a lost loved one, or just some type of death where they're not here anymore, I just pray that you give us the strength to keep going, you keep our mind focused, and you keep us on the right path so we can better ourselves. And in your name I pray. Amen. Hashay. On grannies, man, I know a lot of y'all going through some stuff right now. Some of y'all inbox me, let me know, and some people, y'all just can't let it out, you know. It's a lot like me. Like, if I'm going through something, I usually keep it to myself. And then it's nothing wrong with that, man. And to any of you guys out here that's like really against, you know, you was raised on that tough shit. Like, bro, you a tough guy. Like, bro, it's okay, man. It's okay. If you gotta cry, bro, it's okay. Go off somewhere and cry on your own, because I understand. Me, I was a person that, like, anger, hurt, I would not let it out in front of nobody. I wouldn't let nobody know anything. You just have to either feel it, or if I go the fuck off, then you'll know. Simple as that. But I didn't cry, I didn't do none of that. But I had to learn, like, bro, you gotta let that shit out. Simple as that. If you don't let that shit out, bro, it's gonna just build up in you, then you gonna let it out at the wrong time, like where you don't even want to cry, and it's gonna just fall out, man. It's gonna fall, and keep going. So if you're going through something, man, and you feel like, bro, I don't know what it is, just go off somewhere, man. Just cry. You ain't got to show your emotions in front of everybody, but do it on your own. Grannies. But without that, and with that being said, on grannies, let's go ahead and get into this video. We finna watch the case of Dylan Rounds, man. Dylan Rounds. They say the killer was a part of the search party, bro. So I had to click on and watch it. I had to click on watch this motherfucker, man. Before we get into this video, though, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn them post notifications on. And if you're a female, you watching me, stay beautiful, stay on your shit, girl, and keep going on my mama. So let's do it.
Hi, Candace.
Justin Dylan's dad.
You didn't see anybody else around here. His truck is there.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it so weird. Cool. And he got screwed up. And just one thing after another.
I should grab my water.
But he's a friend of mine.
Sure. You don't get rid of friends. Nobody's heard from him. So.
Well, that's not uncommon for Dylan.
I don't trust him very much. I'm not saying he did it.
It was the eve of summer 2022 in Box Elder County, Utah, like the remote of remote Utah. A search was ongoing as
they ain't one of them little small hickory dickory dock towns. One of them towns that put the
Utah,
ER on the
like
end.
the remote.
Look at that. That's a saloon, ain't it? Ain't that it? You know, you see on them old cowboy movies. Watch where you going, partner. Yeah, that look like one of them fucking houses or stores. Hell no. You see a store like that in any town as a black person and drive straight through that motherfucker. Don't stop at no lights or nothing. And if it's dark, you better definitely keep going. What?
Remote of remote Utah. A search was ongoing as 19-year-old Dylan Rounds had gone missing in an area that's like too vast. A search was ongoing as 19-year-old.
I'm gonna show you, nigga. That nigga look like you. He said, as 19-year-old, bro, that look like your little brother. Oh, my mama, if y'all got the same daddy, different moms, y'all look alike. You just look a little whiter than he do. He look like he kind of got a like little Italian in him, probably like some Cuban or something, some little Spanish in him, Spaniard. And you just look white, but related.
Dylan Rounds had gone missing in an area that's like too vast to even comprehend. It seemed like everyone in this big area with a small population was out there to help, but little did the police know that one member of their search party was hiding a horrifying secret. You know, I kind of realized that I cover more stories from small towns and these like middle of nowhere places than I ever do from bustling cities, because it seems like if something's gonna go down, it's gonna go down in a place where everybody knows each other's business and everybody's pointing the finger at each other and everybody.
Cause I feel, yeah, like he's saying, like small towns, they got crime, but it's like mysterious. It's like, what the fuck? You be like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that or she did that. When you watching crime from the city, I mean, it's like any other city. Like, you're like, oh, this person got shot or this person was crazy, or you don't get to see that real like serial killer shit. You got to go to them small towns. Like motherfucker used to kidnap kids and then he'd eat them and he'd put they fingernails on the sidewalk. That shit like that happened in small towns. It's, that's fucked up, but yeah.
Has got a story to tell. Hey you and welcome. My name is Mike, and before we get into it, please subscribe to see new stories for the dark every single week.
My name's Trey.
Let's give it a go. It was Memorial Day 2022 that at around 2 p.m. 19-year-old Dylan Rounds was reported missing. Dylan had been living in Lucin, Utah, a place that, you know, had once been one of them stops along the old railroad. But now it's not a place you want to stop, like at all, whatsoever. No. It's in northwest Utah, a place close to the Nevada border, and it's a place where, you know, you'd have a hard time playing I Spy, because there's nothing at all to spy.
Damn! That's the town? What? So nigga, all they got is that? Who the fuck wanna live there? Like,
it's just so empty. So when this young fella vanished,
yo, that's crazy,
well, it was,
bro.
Yeah,
how many
it was
people they
quite
got in
the
their
mystery,
town?
folks.
3?
Dylan Rounds was living out here by himself, and he was originally from Rigby, Idaho, a 4-hour drive away to the northeast, and his family still lived there. He had come all this way to work a farm by his lonesome. He was mad about the farming, couldn't get enough of it. He'd be out there, you know, doing farming things.
Yeah, he just was a
you know,
farmer.
and everyone
Simple.
would describe him as a real, well, he was a farm boy at heart, very hard worker, very dedicated. See, when Dylan's grandfather, his dad's dad, purchased the land, originally, he basically gave Dylan the opportunity, here, you know, here's your big opportunity, do you want to work it by yourself? Dylan said, hell yeah. He jumped at it. He wasn't interested in being, you know, working a 9-to-5-er.
Yeah.
He wasn't interested in, you know, going out there and meeting ladies. He was
Nigga
interested
sound like,
in
hold
getting
on,
into the...
I'm finna say the nigga sound like me, tell the ladies. Now, my age where I'm at now, I don't really be tripping about like a bunch of hoes or a bunch of females and, you know, like, oh, I gotta fuck her, I gotta fuck her, I gotta fuck her. Everything I look at, I gotta fuck. I don't care about shit like that now. But his age back then, like thinking when I'm 19, 20, 21, nigga, if she look good, she's crushed. Simple as that. Definitely, nigga like me, I can make a bitch laugh quick. And back then, they was bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuck a bitch. Fuck a bitch. Let's fuck a bitch. Let's get these hoes. Let's get these bitches. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They was bitches. Now, I mean, you still a bitch. I try to say something nice, but y'all don't really be giving me enough shit to say that's nice. But shout out to all the ladies out there, the ones that's classical. Take care of your coochie, take care of yourself, and take care of your responsibilities. So shout out to you, on me, and you don't be bullshitting out here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
The farming. So Dylan was now in the ghost town of Lucin, running the 600-acre farm by himself. And it would take a lot, you know, to get going. It would take a couple of years for it to really, you know, take off, as the land wasn't the most, like, arable out there. But Dylan, one thing you'd say about him, well, I already said it, so I'll say it again. Hardworking, dedicated, determined to make it work. It was his life's dream. He'd been out there for some time by this point, a couple of years, and by all accounts, the farm was running very well. There was no issues, no problems. He was happy as Larry out there. All was good until folks, we get to Memorial Day weekend at the end of May 2022.
Some hater ass person.
Missing persons report filed May 30th, 2022. See, Dylan Rounds had been at the farm, you know, working hard. He got a long...
I feel, it's probably not true, but I feel like Dylan had a jealous motherfucker around him, and dude didn't like how he got inherited a whole fucking farm. And not only did he inherit the farm, the motherfucker actually taking care of this motherfucker, and he's young. And so dude probably was jealous of him. Probably an older nigga probably was jealous of him, this and that, and he been working hard on his life, shit ain't working out for him, so he decided to kill him. Because something, I don't know what it was, but I feel like that got a big thing to do with it.
Long ass summer, you know, ahead of you. He was somebody last spoke to him was on Saturday, which is May 28th. His grandmother had given him an ring that Saturday morning, just before about 7 a.m. That morning, they were yapping away, talking about this and this and that. And Dylan says, oh, I gotta go, you know, I gotta run, I'll call you back. It started to rain. And he had some grain out there that he needed to, you know, put it in the barn, you know, put it under shelter, because obviously the rain would just make the grain start to rot.
Yeah.
He had been in his camper and was going to drive the 5 miles from there to his farm. Now, he didn't stay at the farm full time. He would couch surf a lot and stay with his friends. This trailer didn't have power or running water. But this weekend, he had been there. And it was there, he disappeared.
Damn. I'm not going nowhere overnight.
After that phone call with his grandmother at approximately 7 a.m., he wasn't heard from after. He didn't call his grandmother back. She tried to call him again then on the Sunday, no answer. And then on the Monday, she asked some family, could you, you know, pop over, maybe have a look at him, see if he's okay. They went over there. They saw nothing. And so with no contact, you know, from him for over, you know, 48 hours at this point, they filed a missing persons report that Monday, Memorial Day.
Hi.
That's the farm.
Justin, Dylan's dad.
I know Dylan. I know he nervous in the motherfucker. His dad, like, nervous and confused, but you know, like, as a dad, you're a little nervous, but you probably like man, where the hell is he at, man? Like, you don't want to think the worst, so you thinking like, okay, maybe he's off doing he lost his phone or something, you know, you thinking something like that. If it's your daughter as a dad, you're panicking straight up. You at the police station, you need to figure everything out. Like, I need to check every camera in this town. But it's vice versa for a mom too.
These yards is his last known location. His camper is about 4 miles back up this way by his pond, and we're really thinking he might have taken off and gone across.
An officer showed up to the area at 5:36 p.m. that day and met Justin's parents there, who had just made the 4-hour trip from Idaho, his mother Candice and his father Justin, and neither of them could really think of where he could be. And Justin loved the farm. It's not like he would run away or whatever. Soon, a couple of locals who knew the farm and the area showed up to help. One was Don Hatley and the other James Brenner, who went by Jim, and both knew the area quite well.
But that's his closest cell phone, Pete. Not in town, it's out here.
Off of that road. So are you guys...
He was like, huh? He did it. Fuck it. Lock him up personally first, and then we're gonna find who really did it. But we're gonna keep him in mind.
Dylan, Brenner's grandfather. I'm the guy that
This Don and
Jim. So, what's your name?
Don Hatley.
Don and
Jim Brenner.
Jim Brenner?
Both Don and Jim would become suspects early on, as they both knew the area super well, they would keep an eye on it, and both would be the likely lads to be the very last person to see Dylan.
Right.
As you can see, this is a big area, and who knows from there where he could have gone. His phone last pinged here, and that was it.
And he wasn't in the camper. Doesn't look like anybody's been around.
Nope. I checked. It's been raining off and on since Saturday, so in fresh watch was kind of mushed out.
Yeah.
He was on that back road down there. We ought to go look that way. I didn't realize it.
I don't know how. Can you guys show us? I mean, we're not
He would do it though, and he had the green card. No, walking.
walking. That doesn't mean that's his exact location. That's the closest cell phone.
That's
ping.
the last ping for...
It had last pinged though, like near one of the cell towers on his farm, but like in a 15-mile radius. That's a lot of like...
Ping.
I mean, it's also like 15 miles, there's a lot there, and there's also not a lot there. So police checked Dylan's property, his farm, and found nothing truly out of the ordinary. Jim Brenner showed them around. He lived close to where Dylan had his barn, and he would help out from time to time, but was mostly doing his own thing, sorta living off.
What the fuck is he here for? Do your job, motherfucker. Y'all gotta at least go grab one of Dylan's shirts. A hat. Hats is good because they got your sweat on them and they got your hair, your follicles and molecules in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Grab your hat, put it up to little buddy nose right here. Have this nigga sniff his way away. You know? Sniff your way away and find my son. Grannies, what is you doing here? Do your job. You out here playing. This shit's serious. For real. What's the point of having dogs for if they can't be dogs? Find my son, Sean.
Off the grid. He said he hadn't seen Dylan at all that day, the Saturday, so the timeline was sorta strange. Dylan had said he was going over there in the morning to the barn to shelter his grain, and Jim lived very close to that barn. So that morning, Jim would have been here, and if Jim heard activity in the area where he lived, he would always pop out, see what's going on. He was sort of
Sometimes
one of those very
pop out
territorial sort of guys. The truck was outside the barn, not inside like you would have expected if Dylan wanted to cover it. Also, the seat was not in the position Dylan would have usually sat in. His mom, when she went in to get inside the truck, she said she would usually move the seat when Dylan had been using it previously, but this time she hadn't. There were no marks on the ground leading to it as if it had recently driven through the rain, and it was clean, though the wheels were muddy. It seemed like it had been moved and perhaps cleaned recently.
Okay.
So they on some
Beware.
premeditated
Okay.
type shit. Like they knew they been killed before.
There was no signs of a struggle in Dylan's camper where he stayed, nothing to indicate foul play. One thing that was strange though was that when his camper was searched initially, his gun wasn't found. He had a handgun, it wasn't there. But then a couple of days later, it somehow mysteriously reappeared inside Dylan's camper. No one knew who put it there, who put it back.
My mother came here. She has real bad arthritis. My sister was here. We're all outside.
Dang, yeah, and they one of them areas you can't check no cameras because what camera you gonna check? The satellites? Like, there's none out there for miles. Oh, shitty booty.
She used the bathroom. Dylan hadn't flushed it this seat. It was really nasty. So my sister went in and cleaned it. Still no gun. Later, my son and JD came in, and the gun was sitting on a sink. It's outside of the bathroom, but right by the bathroom door where the toilet and the shower is the sink. It's not in the bathroom. The gun was sitting right there with the clip outside of it.
Okay.
It was like he just, UFOs. I mean, this is the kind of place where you get all that kind of UFO shite, so.
Yeah, type shit.
But, no. The firearm had been wiped clean, so unfortunately, there were no fingerprints to test and see who had last touched it. But a firearm doesn't just appear out of nowhere. The only thing found was Dylan's boots, oddly enough, with what appeared to be blood droplets on them.
Fuck, that would have me scared. As a parent, that right there, I would have known my son's dead, bro. Honestly. Because, like, fam, we can't find them. Guns is reappearing and disappearing. And, like, we did all this searching. And my fucking, only thing we found was my son's boot in the dirt outside with blood on it. I'm full-blown panicking right then. What? I am panicking. We can't find his phone, but it pinged out here. And this is not by his house. Like, come on, bro. I'd be scared as shit. Right there, I'm thinking, damn, my son dead, bro. God, please give me a sign. Give me a sign and tell me an answer if he's here or not, and show me who did it too. But I don't care if God just show me the nigga initials, man. Everybody with the initials gone.
There were a lot of red flags here from the very get-go, and it seemed like someone was trying to upset the investigation, moving things around. Like Dylan's boots couldn't just appear miraculously in the desert, and word had spread of some of these strange encounters Dylan had had before he mysteriously vanished. Encounters that were so strange, Dylan would report it to everybody he saw.
Yeah. There's just some boots out there that they've only been out there for a day or two. And so some boots that what's his name would wear. So I'm just, you didn't see anybody else around here?
Like I say, he was here.
He was here.
He had to be.
And he keep looking off. Every time you say he look off in the distance, like the nigga gonna see him run. Oh, there he goes right there. Type shit. I ain't saying he the killer, but I feel like he knows something or he knows somebody that did it. I don't trust this motherfucker right here. He eat straight beans out the can. Nigga, you know, he'll throw the whole can in a campfire, then scrape around, pull the can out, and just crack that bitch open and eat them bitches. Straight up, no plate, no nothing. Really don't need a spoon here. Drink the beans.
Been here. Brought the truck here.
Yeah, huh, that would make sense. This van yours? Can I look in it?
Guy already did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I wish
okay.
you would, because I got mushrooms drying there, and every time you open the door with the wind blowing, they blow all over.
What kind of mushrooms?
Oh, they're not the kinds that get you high.
Dang.
They're the ones.
Dang. Well, I don't want to hear about it then. Police is well, it's not the ones that get you high. The police like, dang. I sure was finna go open it. That's probably the worst thing to ever hear. Like, hey, I got mushrooms. Oh, for real? Yeah, I think I'm gonna cook some later. Ugh. Never mind. Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
99 cents on sale.
Yeah.
And I love mushrooms in the wintertime. I can't get in the store. I just dehydrate them. And then when I just soak hot water.
Yeah, my uncle be picking mushrooms and eating them. That shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, if they've already looked, I'm not gonna open it. So, okay, well, they'll be here for a while. See if.
They said his phone pinged, and I don't understand it. His phone pinged down there.
His car was there, his keys were there, his phone was missing, his wallet was missing, and it seemed like he was barefoot. Like, what could have happened?
Like, literally.
The searches started immediately and were extensive. Had he simply gone on a hike and gotten bitten by a snake, fallen into one of the many, many mine shafts that littered this place? Well, no, because his boots were left behind, and he loved those boots. They were like his everyday boots. He loved those boots so much that they're the type of shoes or boots, where as soon as you're wearing them and they're worn out, you buy the exact same pair again. So they knew he was wearing them. So where could he have gone? And it's not like there would be many people around this place where, something no good. See, Dylan was last physically seen on the Friday before May 27th at a local bar. But when I say local, I mean like in Nevada, Utah local. I mean, it was still like a 30-minute drive, like good couple of miles away. So like a bit of a hike. Now this bar was in the town just over the border in Nevada to the town called Montello. It was called the Saddle Store Bar. The police, they went, had a go, started asking.
Nigga, dude, they got a damn payphone? Why would you move to a town with a payphone, bro? They gonna get rid of your ass and ain't nobody gonna find out. No, ain't nobody gonna figure out the whole city in on this shit. It's one of them towns like a little girl, not a little girl, but like a teenager or somebody, a little white woman or something. She get raped and she's running and she run to the next house and he the cousin of the person that raped and she's like, end up finding out he crazy and then she runs to the police officer and that's they fucking uncle and now they all fucking crazy. Whole city like that. I feel like this gonna be some weird freaky shit, Sean.
Around, he went there often, and his friends lived in a place behind the bar where he often crashed too, showered, whatever. So, had he gone there to visit?
Oh hell no! Everything brown. They got shit floating in bottles. They got some, what's this called? Slovakia with the deer on it. Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Oh, hell no, man.
His friends. One thing, though, that was for sure was that the locals at the bar did not appreciate the authorities looking into them too close. As you can probably imagine already, this area is host to a lot of colorful characters.
Colorful?
It's still pretty much a cowboy town. And people still act like it's the Wild West.
Our reason for wanting to talk to you guys is more for background information in regards to...
I have a right to bear arms. I can tell you that much. I can see him saying that.
that's it. So if we can talk to you long, I don't care.
Leave your phone
It's fine. I'll stay. I can be quiet. I can do that.
That's not the reason.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, if you don't have a subpoena or something or a warrant,
I don't want
this is how we're going to do it. You know what?
I mean, this is how we're
We're
gonna
happy
do
to
it.
help try and find Dylan. That'd be great.
Well, then
my uncle was friends with him, but
which uncle was that?
at the moment, we're getting a lot of attention from police that we don't deserve.
Okay,
So,
fair enough. All right, so here's part of that. Here's part of that. As much as we want to find out who's responsible for it, we want to find out who's not responsible for it and make that known. And I'm willing to just be completely honest with you about everything. I have no reason to bullshit you or lie to you about anything. It's just good law enforcement practice when we can. And so if you understand that part, and then I would hope you would appreciate that, like, we're not here to cause trouble for you, other than to just get you.
He's like, man, I know you're not here to cause trouble, but with what I did, you're gonna cause trouble to me and my family. Yeah, we did it, but if I let you know, no, fuck that. You got to come back with a warrant. Hey, man, hey, I'm just saying, you seem real suspicious, son. Cause what you mean? What is you hiding in this little ass town where they can't, check some shit? Why they need a warrant? You know what I'm saying? For real, son. Y'all so quick to call the police, man, real quick on us. But now when it's on the table turn, niggas like, no, you need a warrant. Come in here. What? I can't be like, no, they don't, because they do. But what?
Off the X, and I can appreciate the fact that you've got a lot of people calling up your ass, and God knows there's a rumor mill around this small area that's talking about all sorts of crazy shit.
Well, no one had seen him in the bar, and him going to the bar actually seemed like it's kind of out of character for him. Like, his grandfather was very religious, didn't know Dylan drank, but,
But like, why would you go to that
This is
town,
one of many
man?
searches done for the family of Dylan Rounds. His mother joined authorities to search along the Nevada-Utah border. 19-year-old Rounds had his own farm near the small town of Lucin.
Fuck. I just tried to hold in a burp. And my fucking chest got tight. Damn. I almost died on camera. What? They got me over here crying. God damn.
In northwest Box Elder County.
His family were soon offering $20,000 for his safe return. That would later be increased to $100,000.
Oh, that 100,000 he ain't found.
And
He's
you can
gone.
only imagine, like, what's going through, the family's minds as all of this is happening. Like, the searches were going nowhere very fast because it seemed like there was nowhere to really kind of start. I mean, even just looking around in this place, it's so unbelievably big. It boggles the mind, and it just seemed like he had just vanished into thin air. It truly seemed inexplicable.
But as we were coming, guys saw these pants. We all rushed back here. I took some pictures, sent them to show. Everybody was telling everybody not to touch them, but we got a hammer to see if it was the size of Dylan, and it's not. It's a bigger size of pants, and I texted Brian that.
Okay.
The crotch is blown out. Nobody touched it. We just used the claws.
There were false sightings. Searchers out there would find items of clothing, but it would end up being unrelated. It was an extremely frustrating search, and everybody seemed to have a theory about what happened to Dylan Rounds, and point fingers at someone who they believed had been involved in Dylan's, unfortunately, as time went on, likely murder. Everybody became a rubbernecker, everybody became a looky-loo in this case. Small town farmers and all this kind of stuff. Everybody had whispering theories, pointing fingers at one another and the other and such. Rumors abounded in the early stages, and even the late stages, of the curious case of Dylan Rounds. See, the investigation deepened quickly, and foul play, as you can imagine, became the dominant theory. The two men who often were around the farm, Don and Jim, that
nigga double kitty titty tobaccoed up right there. Damn. He got his mint, and then the Copenhagen right here. That nigga whipped them bitches off. Stupid as hell. Nigga, y'all ever try snuff before? Don't. I did that shit one time. Nigga, I took a little piece out of there, like a little tiny piece out of there. Put it on my tongue. Nigga, I was like, and then I kind of swallowed it a little bit. Nigga, I damn near died. I'm talking about it immediately upsets your stomach, nigga, and you just be like, you get all like, ugh, you know that ugh feeling. Your mouth get watery. Yeah, you definitely finna throw up.
Early on would, you know, become suspects. Everybody would be suspicious about them from an early stage. Especially James Brenner, who was actually a squatter on the land.
What?
He lived there and he helped out at the farm. He helped out Dylan, but he was actually living there illegally. He had this little kind of shack, like trailer thing there. But when the police spoke to him early on, he had his theories. He had his questions. He was very curious about, you know, the mobile pings. Ooh, I wonder where that could be.
Phone ping, and I don't understand it. The phone pinged down there.
Well, 15.12 miles from Boating Tower.
I feel like this nigga cross-sided.
Yeah, so...
Folk ping from down there. When they talk like that and they point and they try to act confused, they usually got that one eye that just go wherever the fuck it want. And if he got that eye, he did that shit.
I mean, but 15.12 miles can be...
I can't really tell. I can't see. Damn. It need to be more HD. I can't really see it.
A lot of places, right? You could draw a radius, and anywhere on that radius could be 15.12 miles.
But he also had, like, listen,
I
folks,
can't see his
this
face.
is what you need to know. He was extremely helpful, though, like, to begin. Then there was also Dylan's friend, Curtis, who lived near the bar that Dylan would often frequent. See, Justin Rounds, Dylan's father, spoke with James Renner, who pointed his finger at a man named Ty Corbin. Then, when Justin Rounds called up this Ty Corbin, asked, hey, do you know anything about my son who's missing? Ty Corbin was pointing the finger at somebody else, Curtis Wadsworth.
Ty Corbin? That sounds like a black person.
This is Justin Rounds, Dylan's dad. I talked to a guy named James. He said to call you.
Yes, sir. Let me go inside really quick.
Okay.
Are you by yourself, Mr. Rounds?
Well, I've got one of my good buddies here that I've known since I was a kid.
Okay. You're not around the Wadsworths at all, correct?
No,
right now?
No, I'm not. Not even fucking close.
Okay. I've lived in that area. I remember when the Wadsworths come to town. First off, I want to tell you that I feel for you. I'm sorry your son's missing. I really am.
Yeah.
I believe the Wadsworths are involved.
Okay.
By everything I've read and seen, I'm pretty sure it has to be someone that knows him.
Yes.
It's someone that knows that Lucien area really well.
Yes.
It's someone that knows Montello really well.
Yes.
And the only person that fits that profile is Kurt. And between you and I, I'm not trying to offend you.
Dang, that was the old dude uncle.
But it's kind of common knowledge that Kurt and your son were living at the saddle sore in that side room and in the back trailer for about the last year and a half off.
But what if it came to find out like they had a little gay butt thing going on? That's why he lived way out there and had dude living on the land with him. Like, that would be crazy. Crazy.
Not all the time, but off and on.
Okay.
Kurt knows. I would ask Kurt to go in and take a lie detector test.
Okay.
I don't search that area out in Lucien. He knows that Lucien area very well. He used to.
This guy on the phone, Ty, said they were in some kind of relationship. See, as I said, in this like small town, I don't even know if you call it a small town, ghost area. Might be a better way of putting it. Everybody had their theories about who could have done something. And I mean, this kind of area, you know, you don't really want to muck around with a lot of these type of people. Rough as a bear's arse, some of these lads would be, as, you know, my dad would say. Curtis Wadsworth was interviewed. He said Dylan was a good kid. He did stay over at his trailer for time to time, but I'm not sure if there's anything more going on, you know, than that. There was just a lot of backcountry rumor in this area. He said he worked as a backhoe operator, helped out at Dylan's farm from time to time, and was sure as shit had no clue what happened to the young fella, and he was very eager to clear his name. But everybody had a theory of what had happened, and listen folks, none of them good. There was a lot of strange characters around in this area. Like, this area, this is Fallout, more or less.
It's just one of them towns you don't go to.
Manage it and make something out of nothing. I've been pissed off the whole time he's been out here. And So he's been trying his ass off, making some connections with ranchers and people that do things, you know. So he's not out here. We don't know these people.
Have you heard any other names he's ever mentioned before? He's talked to, hung out with,
The only
females?
people no females.
No,
I haven't heard
anybody,
anything
no
else.
kids?
The only people is the guy that owns this has befriended him. People at the bar, he'll go there for lunch and get a hamburger. People at the store know him. He stayed at this hotel, and he knows. I forget some of these names.
The searches for Dylan continued, and they grew and grew. Canine searches,
only
aerial
like 10
searches
people
on the
in the
ground.
town. He knew
People
everybody.
drove in from neighboring states to help in the search, but nothing was located. It was a very, very strange disappearance. The long-abandoned mine shafts became a leading theory that his likely body at this stage, had been dumped down one. Dylan seemed like a smart...
I ain't gonna lie, the way the world is now, 2024, if you can't find nobody, like the whole town looking for him, people coming from different states looking for him, in this day and age, that motherfucker probably gone, man. That's to anybody that's kidnapped in 2024. Like, you got everybody looking for this person, bro, and can't nobody find them. Ain't no traces or nothing. If people can find their ops that's been crossed overseas, and they find the ops that's been from California to here, they can find a missing person. Some type of way they can. They can put a whole bunch of stuff together and find somebody. Niggas can find Bin Laden, nigga, on my mama. They can find your cousin they got took. Only thing is, they probably not gonna be alive, because you can't find that man and within the first 3 days, and it's viral. If they still, whoever kidnapped him still got him alive, they done offed him for sure.
Ambitious and dedicated young fella running this farm all by his lonesome in an area he didn't really know that well at all, surrounded by strangers. But it seemed like he was doing a good job at settling in and making friends all around them. Unfortunately, he made one he shouldn't have. A man with a checkered past and a deadly temper. Like, something else that happened not long before Dylan disappeared is that he had been driving down the road. Dylan would tell the story to his family before he disappeared that he had been driving down the road this day, and as he had been driving, he had seen somebody off to the side of the road who flagged him down. This guy was walking along the side of the road barefoot.
Never
Dylan
do that.
pulled up alongside him, and Dylan would say this guy was acting really, really erratically, and was sort of demanding, phone now, phone me, gimme. Dylan was worried about this guy, and he said when he was relating the story to other people, he said he refused to give this guy a ride.
As soon as dude be like, phone now, you're right back walking. For one, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even stop for people on the side of the road. And I be feeling bad because I've been that nigga on the side of the road like, fuck, man, I wish one of these motherfuckers would stop, man. And you just walking, you like, I can't believe ain't nobody stopping for me, bro. What the hell? I've been in that position, walking like a motherfucker. But, man, I ain't stopping for nobody. I definitely, if I'm on a highway or something, and not you on the side like, hey, nigga, you just gonna be over, hey, to the next car. For real, I called the police to come out here. Oh, God, I help you out that way. Hey, there's somebody on the side of the road on Highway 35. I couldn't stop. Simple as that. No. Wish the fuck, nigga, you stop on the side of the road and then 3 niggas hop out the gutters and one come from behind a tree on your dumb ass. Now, and they take your shit. Now you on the side of the road talking about, hey! Like, I ain't going for it.
He did actually give him a ride. Maybe he was just embarrassed.
Definitely if you finna start demanding,
this guy, right?
Hey, give me your phone.
Who was this strange guy Dylan was telling the story about before he disappeared? Because this guy was later seen in that bar in Montello, Nevada, where Dylan would often frequent, asking about him. And then somebody else would give this strange man a ride to Dylan's trailer. Who the shit is this guy, and what's his relationship with Dylan?
Right.
Dylan was telling everybody he was a crazy guy who tried to pull him over on the side of the road, and Dylan just drove off. When in reality, Dylan actually did give him a ride, and then he later showed up at Dylan's place.
5:25 is when Dylan ran into Chase with the desert and called me right after.
Do you guys know Chase? We know of him. He steals.
Yeah.
He steals.
What about
Damn,
Dylan?
that's
You
all
guys
y'all
know
know?
Dylan at all?
Never heard of him.
Chase.
Yeah.
So Chase is out on that ranch out there. Is that what you're saying?
Somewhere out
Don't
there.
forget to put thief beside it.
Because he was supposed to be in Idaho.
So if he steals, just
He was
know he's
later
a liar
tracked down,
too.
and his name was Chase Venstre, and he had a wicked history, including police standoffs that required SWAT involvement, and he had multiple felonies. He had active warrants from Montana and the US Marshal's Office. How well Chase and Dylan knew each other, though, it's sort of unknown. And get this, Chase was also somebody that James Brenner, had mentioned when the police had shown up to investigate Dylan's disappearance.
Say this Chase guy is bad.
Chase Vector.
If you look up 2016 in Ogden, the SWAT team was called to his father's house, and when they finally got a warrant to get in there, they didn't find him. They went back in. He was up in the attic, laying in the rafters, with insulation.
As I said, the night before he disappeared, Dylan had gone to the bar. Jim told police that Dylan had been in there bragging about how much money he was making. Something Jim would say, well, not the kind of...
That's one thing y'all got, man. My little brother had that shit bad, bragging about how much money he making, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Don't go in public bragging about how much money y'all got or making or this and that, because, bro, it's somebody in there listening that ain't got the right intentions that you got, or whoever you talking to, your friends. It'll be a nigga right in the bar sitting there, you talking doo-doo-doo, and nigga be sitting right there hearing your whole conversation, just checking y'all out, looking around, not even really paying attention. And then you walk to your car and a nigga clock in the back of your shit, or a nigga follow you home on some shit. Telling you, bro. 1, I seen this shit done in real life. 2, seen this shit done in real life. 3, was around the people that was doing it, not getting it done to them. So, y'all be careful, man. Because people are watching you at all times and they listening. Don't be bragging about that shit, bro. Just get your money in. Get your money.
Bar where you want to be bragging about how much money you're making. A lot of shady people will be passing through there, I guess, and you do not want them to know what's in your wallet, let me tell you.
Alrighty. Like I say, you don't go in a bar and brag about how much money you're making, especially that.
This Jim guy says that Dylan been in town, bar, whatever, bragging about how much money he makes, and this and that. But I talked to, it doesn't really sound like my son.
Chase Venstre did come forward when he heard the police were looking for him and said he had nothing to do with whatever happened to Dylan.
I've been dragged through the mud with this thing with Dylan. Mm-hmm. You guys know that I'm innocent.
You guys know that I'm innocent.
We're not looking at you as a suspect or anything.
Anything at all, yeah.
No, we haven't for a while. We were able to figure that out. I mean, it didn't take much, you know.
He was a fairly, top dog suspect from the start, but, the police, they got him, they spoke to him, and he was questioned fairly thoroughly. And although he had a pretty, I don't know what you want to say, rank, wicked history, no, they would discard him from having anything to do with Dylan Wren's disappearance. He was alibied for the day that we know, Dylan was last alive. Though, as a quick aside, he's pretty busy, this Chase Venstre guy, because as of September 2024, he is a wanted man on the run with 5 felonies that he has yet to answer for, and is still wanted by the Box Elder County authorities. Last seen in Montello, Nevada, maybe at the same bar. But one person, multiple people are saying, got a bad feeling. Hairs stand up on neck when we see this guy and speak to this guy is, of course, the man who has many other names on his lips. 58-year-old James Brenner, the guy who was saying, oh, interesting, being very helpful, but maybe you should look into this guy. Maybe you should look into this guy. Ooh, I had a bad feeling about that guy. James Brenner had a lot to say about others, and it would turn out that others would have a lot to say about James Brenner.
Okay.
Dylan says he's a pretty good guy, just kind of a little off.
Yeah.
James was squatting on the land. He lived in a trailer that was right beside where Dylan would have placed his grain to shelter it. And Jim, he also had a number of previous convictions, and even an active warrant.
So this is a town bunch of felons or convictioners. Whole town full of white people, but these ain't regular white people. These motherfuckers is all convicts. and quick to point at everybody else. Like, what? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get around anybody that always quick to talk about somebody else or quick to point at somebody else about this and that, don't be around that person, because what you think they're gonna do about you when you not around somebody ask about you? Oh no, he told me this one time. You get to telling your business and everything. One motherfucker that talk about everybody, just a person you cannot trust. Like, how you know everybody business? But you ain't said shit about you. You ain't said nothing bad about yourself. What's your flaws? Exactly. Don't trust everybody. For real, Sean.
But one thing that would later stand out was Don Hatley, the other guy who would, be in the area. Don Hatley was a friend of the Dylan Rounds' grandfather, so he'd kind of like keep an eye on the area. Well, Don Hatley would later have a bit of a chinwag with the police.
Bit of a chin waggly. A wag chickling.
Isn't that funny that after Dylan Rounds...
You have you a lot of wild chickling. This is not a chin anymore. This is officially called a chickling. I have a whole thing of chicklings in my freezer. Chicklings.
James Brenner gave me some firearms to hold on to for him. Maybe James didn't want to be found with these guns. It was pretty interesting. And James, as a felon, was not allowed to have firearms. So that was kind of like, well, you can get him on that. Don Hatley was a good friend of Dylan's grandfather and a good friend of Jim Brenner's. He also knew things it seemed he wished he didn't know, and had his suspicions about his friend Jim, the one person who was in the area when Dylan disappeared. He was a man trapped between wanting to find the young fella, but also fearing the very worst about a man he regularly hung out with. Hung out with even on the day Dylan was last seen.
But I also want to say that if there's anything you know that you're not telling us, or anything that either you haven't told us the truth about, or things that you haven't told us that we would want to know, I mean, now's the time.
I'm not going to withhold information.
Not going to withhold information?
No, hell no.
Anything that Jim said?
I'll tell you something.
Okay.
I really don't think it has anything to do with anything. You guys found ammunition and stuff at Jim's.
Yeah.
Who brought his black powder rifles over my place.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where are those?
Well, I put one behind my bed, in my bedroom, and the other one's linked up in the corner next to the table on the couch.
They also knew Jim had lied. He said he had never seen Dylan the morning he vanished.
Right.
He had visited his friend Don Hatley that evening, and when he got back to his trailer, which was close to Dylan's barn, he would say, "Oh, the grain truck's here. Dylan must have brought it over while I was at my friend's in the evening."
I left here about 1:30, between 1:30 and 2, went over to Don's. And I was there until about 9 o'clock at night when I came back to the truck.
Okay. And did you know the truck was coming?
Yeah, that motherfucker definitely did it. He used to killing people and getting rid of them.
Tell anybody what he's doing.
Look at all that. You got all this to work with.
So you weren't here when
And
Dylan
more.
came down here. Is that
They done
kind of a
did this
mutual
shit
understanding
before.
that he can park stuff down here?
Yeah, but he's supposed to let me know about it, a day ahead of time, because I was building a chicken coop in there. I don't know if you've seen it with all my tools on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I had it right in the middle, so I had light. He pulled everything out.
I know this ain't part of the video, but it is. Man, I'll be reading the fuck out them captions. I don't care if I can hear exactly what they say. Man, I'm looking dead at them captions. He pulled everything out. Are you saying he pulled everything out? I don't care if I heard it exactly. I'm gonna read them captions, Shan, for real.
He knocked my horse corral out.
But that wasn't true. We know Dylan had brought it over in the morning as he had mentioned it to his grandma. So James Brenner would have been there when Dylan brought the grain into the barn.
Relevant to the case, but you're telling me that Dylan was there before 3 o'clock. That's like...
Well, I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to tell you the information that I can.
My whole social world just fell apart here. I don't...
Well, one's gone, and now...
Yeah.
You don't know what to think about the other.
If Dylan was there, and Jim was there, that means Jim's lying. And I didn't see that coming.
Well, Why do you say Jim's lying to you? If Dylan was there?
Well, if Dylan was there before 3 o'clock and Jim was there.
Did Jim tell you he never saw Dylan that morning?
Sometime while I was gone over here, Dylan brought that grain truck in. I think is what he said.
Well, that's why I asked you the other questions of could he be at that property for a long period of time without Jim knowing. I don't think so, because I think if I were to walk onto his property, it'd be out there within 2 minutes.
There's a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to let you know about it right now. From Maryland? So we're going to pick you up and take you to jail with us.
Oh, God damn it.
So what I want you to do, I know before you start, you place your hands on your head for me. Interlock your fingers. Okay?
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. Hold on. How you gonna let see when us as black people or Mexicans, when we do that right there, just that simple little hut on right there, they get to grabbing our shit back and shit. Oh, grab his shit up, Shan. Fuck. He said, I got a knife in my pocket, and then get to reach for it. What? This nigga, he would have got tackled, his whole forehead would have been brown right now. He had dirt all in his shit. How fast they would have body slammed our shit. I got a knife in my pocket. Nigga would have got the. We been sitting there, bitch, like, damn, it's in my pocket. Let's get it out. Yeah, man, they be doing us dirty. Grab this nigga hand and hem him up. Nigga, we talking about murder right here, Sean. This ain't no he ran from the laws because he just had a suspended license. We're talking about kidnapped murder, Sean.
James Brenner was arrested June 10th for having weapons as a felon. Though he was released on the 12th, he was then rearrested
3 days
about
after
a
my
week
birthday.
later. See, James had a criminal record going back to 1986 in Maryland, if you can believe that. Attempted murder was downgraded to malicious shooting. And then in 1986, he had another conviction. Pennsylvania, assault. He had a warrant even in Box Elder County for beating up a man using a lawn chair. Well, he is determined, I'll give him that. If he can't get a gun, he'll use a lawn chair.
This Maryland bullshit has been going on since I was 22 years old. I'm 58 right now. Let me grab you a stash.
That's your fault.
So interestingly, James had been squatting on the property. He lived near that barn.
I ain't gonna lie, man. As a white man and the law still fucking with you over 20-some years, what the fuck are you doing? Change your life. You're literally fucking up. You personally fucking up. As a white man in America and the laws keep fucking with you over and over 20 years, you're fucking up. Like, bro, you're literally fucking up, bro. As a black man, you can get just fucked over just for being black. You wear your hoodie while driving, nigga, they'll pull you over. As a Mexican, you could just be Mexican and they just like treat you dirty as hell for some reason. As your white person, you got better, you got a chance, you got a little, you ain't just fully free. Unless you with them, with the police. You're not fully free, but you have a 75% chance better than any other race dealing with the police. So the police fucking with you as a white man over and over, year after year after year after year. What the hell are you doing? The fuck? You probably need to go to jail.
Grain shelter where Dylan said he was going that day. And then Dylan's boots were found, like, pretty close to his trailer.
Man, I hope they didn't rape that man.
If you Google Maps Lucin, Utah, one of the landmarks is the pond there. Yep, they put that in the tourist brochure. That pond would later be searched. And in it, they found Dylan's phone.
Is a tourist site a pond? You can't even go dump this nigga in the lake or nothing. You gotta dump him in the only pond in the world. In the whole city, the only pond. This is where they go fishing. This is everybody's fishing hole, everybody's swimming pool, everything. This pond got some history. I would not dare dump nothing in that pond. I wouldn't even dip my dick in that pond.
They were so
trees
thankful
got
obviously to have his
stretch
phone,
marks.
such
That's
a
crazy.
piece of evidence that they had been looking for the entire time. They only knew it had pinged near his farm, and the pond was quite a ways away, so it had clearly been dumped here, but hopefully it would have some, evidence. Who had he last been speaking to? Who he last called? Maybe, you know, shortly before he vanished. But it would actually end up having a hell of a lot more than that. It showed a lot of his final communications, photos. It also showed something.
That was a
that
hard
Dylan
photo.
did
What the fuck?
Nations.
Why is that photo so hard to me? That get a little, you know, cleaned up, a little HD'd up. That could be one of them viral little photos for some reason. That you look up on Google, country. You look up country on Google, that should pop up. Arizona, some shit, Utah. That should pop up.
Photos. It also showed something that Dylan did not take at all. How this was taken, nobody knows, but what it showed was his killer in blood. James Brenner, covered in blood, cleaning a firearm. And this was taken.
He didn't even know the shit was recording. Dumbass. Dumbass nigga. See, God, the devil the devil can't win. God gonna make you fuck up some type of way to where you get caught. It don't matter if you done committed 60 bodies, you're gonna get caught. It's set in stone, nigga. You can't do dirt and expect to get away with it and go live life. Why you think all these niggas in America right now, everybody that's serial killers basically in Chicago, all these rappers and this and that, why you think these niggas is dying or they get shit, Lil Durk, this nigga finna get locked up for damn near all his life. Motherfuckers catching RICO charges and shit. Motherfuckers losing their life. Nigga, you can't be no murderer, no serial killer and then expect that, oh nigga, we got away, nigga, we make millions and we done. Nigga, I'm a rapper now. I'm a movie star now and my life finna be cool from now on. No, you finna go through the worst shit ever just cause you getting your shit together. Karma is real. Karma is real, bro. It don't matter what you do, you gonna get karma. You just gotta see it and acknowledge it. And then you gonna be like, damn, this shit is real. Like, you take somebody lighter, you gonna get karma for that. Just because you stole their lighter intentionally. If you just, oh, fuck, I forgot I got this lighter in the pocket, that don't count. But if you intentionally take somebody's shit, you gonna get some little ass karma for that little ass stealing. You gonna go in the house and be like, fuck, nigga, I can't find my charger. You done lost your shit. You done left your shit in the hole in the town that you was just in. And that's your karma. You just gotta look at it. You gotta pay attention and be like, damn, I'm getting karma like a bitch. If all this bad shit in your life happening, think about what you do. And be like, damn, what the fuck did I do to deserve this shit? Because you probably did something. Let alone from hurting somebody to hurting somebody, you done did something. Either you was stealing or you done said some bullshit on Facebook and you hurt somebody's feelings and you didn't know. You get karma for everything. It's either good karma or bad. Everything, though.
Taken the day Dylan vanished.
Dumbass.
It's just one thing after
You look like an angry, retarded Hold on. Did I just catch that eye?
It's just one thing after another.
The nigga, he do got the retarded ass eye. How I don't see the white in this motherfucker, but I see the white now. That mean when you look like this motherfucker looking straight. And this motherfucker looking way the fuck over there, you know? Look, you can see both of the whites in my eye, can't you? Yeah. Exactly, motherfucker. He got that retarded motherfucker that go everywhere. Lock his ass up, man.
Man, but he's a friend of mine.
Sure. You don't get rid of friends.
It was a time-lapse video. How it was taken, we don't know. The phone literally just decided to film the killer, I guess. Or James Brenner had accidentally swiped or pressed a button. And it was timestamped at 7:27 a.m. on May 28th. Half an hour after Dylan ended his call with his grandmother. The shirt James was wearing was later examined and found to have Dylan's blood on it. James Brenner's cellmate, while James was in prison on the felony weapons charges, his cellmate would later want to speak with the police also, saying that, oh yeah, James Brenner, Jim, yeah, he told me all about how he murdered Dylan Rounds.
Did you have any guess why the Box Elder County Sheriff's Office would maybe want to talk to you about anything?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. What's that, you think?
My cellie.
Who's that?
James Brenner.
Okay. Do you think you have anything that might be able to help us?
Maybe.
What's that?
I'll be like, look, bro. Look, we're gonna have to make a deal. Sean, Cause like he can't say he ain't no snitch ass nigga, cause you in here already. You're in here already snitching. And then you doing it to your celly. It ain't even nobody you even know or anything like that told you about a whole murder and all this extra shit. But I'm gonna be like, look here, man. Y'all cut some time off my shit. I'll tell you everything the nigga told me. I mean everything, Shine. Everything. Get me about these motherfucking chains. I don't even know this nigga, Shine. For real, Shine. And this nigga out here touching boys in they booties and shit. I don't like that. I'm telling, Shine.
2 different locations where a body might be.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where are those?
West Desert.
Well, okay. That's helpful. We think he's there, too.
He's trying to put it off on somebody named Chase.
Okay.
And,
This guy was saying, yeah, he told me all about it, and guess what? He told me he was trying to pin the murder on Chase Venstra, who was already cleared. Already had been cleared at this point, but remember, that was one of the first names that James Brenner mentioned the day the police showed up to search for Dylan.
And I know he killed the guy because he was jealous of him. Spoiled ass little rich kid, is what he called him.
That Brent, you using too many pronouns. When you say he killed him, are you talking about Brenner killing him or this guy named Chase?
Brenner.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nigga said spoiled little rich kid. So you mad? You went and killed a young man. Not no grown nigga. You went and killed a young man because he worked hard as a young man and made a lot of money. Because he worked hard, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, he got some farm shit inherited. Yeah, okay, cool. Ain't that how you should be happy for the motherfucker for that? His parents did good. His grandparents did good. He got some shit inherited. That's how we all should have got some shit. But hey, we didn't. Okay, cool. Bam, boom. Get your own money. So you wouldn't kill this nigga because he got some shit inherited and doing the job that you could have been doing yourself. The fuck? But nah, you a homeless ass, grown ass man that don't get his shit together. You just walk around this bitch wishing like, man, I want to be great. I think. But see somebody doing great and you just get mad at them because they doing good. What kind of hating ass shit is that? And this is ultimate hate ass shit because he killed him. It's deeper than just like, I mean, I don't like him. This nigga actually killed him for nothing. And the dude was helping him out. Like, god damn, bro, that shit's crazy. Can't help everybody, man. You cannot help everybody.
Brenner, he's told me, he's told me so much of it. But I wouldn't stop in the West Desert. I would look inside of a septic tank also.
A septic tank?
Yeah, a septic tank.
Why do you say that?
Because he's come across and told me all these things he's thought about and checked into and then he starts laughing and says, you guys could be walking.
You better hope y'all don't end up in the same area. So he gonna get you next.
I just wanna start off like I'm being completely upfront with you and honest with you.
Nigga was hating on because he was born with some money. Like that doesn't make sense, bro. That's like me getting mad as fuck that a YouTuber is big because his mom and dad bought all his motherfucking camera equipment and everything, and he's big as hell and he's rich. And he was already rich though, but he started YouTube and got even richer from YouTube. That's like me getting mad at him. But like that nigga parents, he didn't even need to get rich, bro. He just started doing it. His parents bought all his shit. I had to get out the mud and get all my streaming shit. Like, what, nigga? I'd be a bitch ass nigga to be like that. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, anything that you tell us, we're gonna be somewhat skeptical of. Just like you're skeptical of us, right?
I get it.
James Brenner was ultimately charged with Dylan Round's murder in March of 2023, despite the police still not having Dylan's body. He was charged with first-degree murder.
How do you fuck 3 up that bad? 23. How do you fuck that up?
Despite the police still not having Dylan Brown's murder in March of 2023. Despite the police still not having Dylan's body. He was charged with
2020
first-degree
tree?
murder, but as part of a plea deal which included leading the authorities to Dylan's body, which he did in early April 2024, he pleaded guilty
And
to
then say 4
second-degree murder.
perfect. 2023.
And after almost 2 years of
2024.
finger-pointing, of lies, and one of the strangest videos I think I've ever talked about in one of these good old true crime videos.
Oh, he like Scotland or Scottish or something. Never talked about. Well, I've talked about tree. What the hell is he? He from somewhere. It don't sound American though.
Videos I think we've ever talked about. I've ever talked about in one of these good old true crime videos. Well, Dylan's body would be found. He had been left out there in the desert. He actually was. I mean, there was a lot of them out there because animals had unfortunately gotten to him as well. But at least his parents could finally have, you know, some solace knowing that they had their son back, and the guy who did it was in prison. With Jim entering a plea agreement, he received a reduction from first-degree felony aggravated murder to second-degree murder. Brenner was also convicted on 2 weapons-related charges, second-degree felonies. He was sentenced to up to...
Some people shouldn't even get, like, charged with certain shit. It shouldn't be no charge. Just, nigga, you locked up forever. Like, what? Yeah, we don't need to give you no charge, nothing. You're never coming home. You know? Like, people like this, that just kill people out of jealousy. Like, that young man's rich. He was born rich, so we're gonna murder him. Yeah, you need to know. You don't need, oh, man, he did murder, or he got 2 times murder, or premeditated murder. It don't matter. Lock his ass up forever. That's your charge. Your charge is life. Like, so what he did? Life. He fucked over life. You take somebody's life like that, in that case, your life get taken. Now, I don't think all people that has killed somebody need to go to jail forever. No, not everybody. But in this case, you just go kill somebody just because you're jealous of them. Like, you have no reason, no nothing, no self-defense, no... The motherfucker killed your kids or your mom, or you was protecting your brothers. You know, like, it wasn't nothing like that. You just straight up just did it out of jealousy on my mama. Life. And when I mean life, I mean your life and your kids' life and everything. Your kids they don't gotta go to jail, but you gonna go to jail for their life too. Fuck it. And your soul go to jail too, nigga. For real.
30 years in prison for each of the 3 counts he pleaded guilty to. He was also given credit for the jail time he already served.
Go back. Fuck,
guilty too. He was...
Man, y'all see that boy Dylan Rounds, man. Go ahead. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to that boy Dylan, man. He ain't deserve this, man. He was just a rich young man doing his thing, farming, and getting shit done right. And if we learned anything from him, stay doing your thing. If you get some inheritance, capitalize off your inheritance. Don't sit on your ass and be like, oh, my daddy bitch, my mama bitch. No. You take their money and you make them even richer. And then you get rich, and then your kid's gonna be super duper duper rich. And then now the whole fucking, it ain't no generational curses at that point. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on, but I want to experience it. But shout out to this man. We learned something good from him. And don't move to a small town. If you from a big town, don't go move to no small town. Fuck it. Stay in your big area and make your money. Because they gonna kill your ass.
He was also given credit for the jail time he already served. Now, Dylan Rounds' parents, Justin and Candice, they wanted him to serve the death penalty. They wanted him dead. But, I mean...
No, I don't think
he was 58 in 2022. He's like, what, 60 now. He's gonna get up to 30 years. It is quite a high chance that this is a death sentence for James Brenner. And that's where we end with this strange-ass case. You know, people from the very start were suspicious of James Brenner. Well, for a start, he had a very violent history, including attempted murder that was downgraded for whatever reason. But he was also just living there illegally. He would have been, like, in the proximity of where Dylan was last known to be.
Yeah, he definitely got more murders.
A miraculous... I mean, I think the only way you can sort of put this is
that's
a
why
miraculous
he's trying to live
video
under the radar.
That was somehow taken, like, perfectly pointing at him, showing him cleaning a gun, you know,
like, it's
covered in
perfect,
blood.
bro.
Like, how, no, we still don't know how that video was taken.
The nigga, that's straight karma. Straight karma, bro. That's like perfect picture of him doing it. And you know, phones, they got the date, the time, the location, where you set the phone at. That motherfucker be like 4:45 p.m. on bed. I'm telling you, nigga got the exact everything. And then we got your face. And then the next picture is you holding a gun and you're cleaning it. How do you not look down and see your whole face showing on that camera? You know why you couldn't see it? Because God blinded your dumb ass. That's how shit work. Yay.
That's literally a miracle. That it was taken and that it was pointing at him as he was doing this. And you know what else though? The motive remains a mystery. James Brenner, he pled guilty, so he's never said why exactly he did murder Dylan Rounds. I mean, it seems like he has quite the temper. So we can only assume that one day he just lost the plot and just murdered him, took out his gun and shot this young man dead for no good reason whatsoever. One theory that's thought of is that Dylan did accidentally in his car back into James's gate where he was still living illegally, and that maybe that was simply enough for James to just flip out, you know, and just take out his gun, his freaking Old West style pistol, and shoot this young.
Oh, he got killed with that old bitch too. Damn. 2024, my nigga got killed with that 1910 motherfucker. Damn, he got killed with that. He got killed with that motherfucker. Fuck. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. For real, Sean.
Man to death. I mean, he did it at 7. He did it first thing in the morning, bright and early. After Dylan had just spoken to his grandmother, he shot him dead. It could have been that. It could have been, you know, because if Dylan was using the barn. Maybe he was using it so early in the morning, James just was like not having it. He was like, you wake me up, I'm going to shoot you dead. Who knows these things? We really, really don't know. But is there ever, it doesn't matter. Was there ever going to be a good reason for this? I doubt it. What likely happened was that there was some kind of altercation in the shed. Over a fence. Even Jim Brenner admitted that Dylan had hit.
Dylan don't tell anybody what he's doing. I was building a chicken coop in there. I don't know if you've seen it with all my tools on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I had it right in the middle, so I had light. He pulled everything out. He knocked my horse corral out. So I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Or perhaps over something else. We will likely never really know. James had his history. Clearly had a temper and clearly had no issue shooting people. I guess he saw himself as a real, you know, yeehaw cowboy with that 6-shooter.
Cowboy.
And he acted like one. Regardless, he went after Dylan armed with it. And it's never a good idea to carry a firearm while pissed off, folks, because he had no issue using it. He shot and killed the young man, whether it was outside or inside the barn, dumped his boots, dumped his phone in the Lucin Pond, and ultimately dumped his body out in that vast land. Lucin Pond, and ultimately
guys fucked up. Look at this man.
He dumped his body out in that vast landscape. He was living there illegally, but it seemed like, you know, because he was helping out in the farm, Dylan and his grandpa allowed it, and in turn, he brutally murdered Dylan Rounds, but was caught in, as I said, probably one of the strangest ways. A killer has been caught, literally blood-handed.
Blood-handed, literally.
For this old one. Thank you so much for watching, folks. It really means the absolute world to me. Hope you enjoyed this old video, and I'll be back with you another one.
Another one? Where the fuck is he from? Canada? You got a weird little accent, but it's kind of cool. But it's weird. But yeah, man. That's going to be the end of this video, man. Appreciate y'all watching, man. We've been in this thing for damn near an hour, 15 minutes. It's been an hour and 14. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep being you, man. Keep being you, girl. Don't be nobody else, girl, because you do yourself the way you do it, and I like how you do it. You do it the best. On my mama, I like how you do that shit for real. Keep being you, baby. I'm out this thing. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. Keep God in your life. And turn up when you need to turn up.